Me neither. That's kind of typical though. I don't really, now that I have like a dedicated area for this, it's just, I don't have like my other setup has like the 2 screens on my Mac, and this is just I just lit up my laptop. So, all right, guys. Well, we are live on here. So, welcome everybody. Hopping on. Like I said, I am actually not on YouTube yet. Anyways, we should get over there. But we are super excited to have Adam on with us today. All right. So I'm not. How do you pronounce your last name, Adam?
It's Guballa.
Guballa. I like that. That's cool.
I would have murdered it. Yeah, I would have murdered it. I mean, it's not that far off. I'm just really bad at enunciating names. My mom is really good at it for some reason. She can like is in medical billing, so she can actually go on and just do any name and just come out right with the correct pronunciation. But anyways, so you're here and you are from Tshirtfella, but you actually are Tshirtfella, right?
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. So yeah, this is the first time that I'm getting a chance to chat with you, and definitely excited. I mean, you're basically like superstar in the entire community. Known about you for a very long time. You know, all the top merchers have totally, commented how they've been able to work with you, and your designs are just incredible, and you've helped their business tremendously. And so we're really excited to have you on so we can chat all things design and yeah, hear from you, put a face to all those wicked designs. So thanks for joining us.
Yeah, sure. I will try my best.
Yeah.
So, sorry, my mic was, I have a new toy today, so I'm like trying to figure it out. But no, it's actually really cool that you're on. I am wearing a Adam Guballa design right now. I won one of the contests back when Amy was first doing them in the Girl Boss group, and this was the design that you created for me, and I love it. So I thought it was kind of fitting to wear that tonight.
That's awesome. Can you stand up and can we see like the whole thing? Like see the detail and okay, you gotta talk to it.
Yeah, it's an alien playing a video game.
Oh my god, I love it. Yeah. That is awesome. Yeah, so you know what? Let's start this off a little bit with, I love hearing, the backstory, kind of like the pre-merch. So tell us a little bit about your life and what you did, before you started designing for, people that are doing merch, or if that's what you've always been doing, but doing it in a different way.
Okay, so actually I started like a freelancer, and back then a full-time freelancer doing stuff like banners, calling cards, everything that will give me money. So then I realized that I should niche down a little bit so that I am not competing with the top players, because on freelancing websites like Upwork and freelancer.com, no one will notice you because you are competing with the agencies or like the top rated freelancers already. So I try to niche down my service to only t-shirts because um, that's pretty much, I have a very big experience on t-shirts because I printed t-shirts before, like for a living. I do silk screen myself, so maybe that's my comfort zone and I stick with it. And then clients came on, then I didn't realize that those clients were like uh, promoting me to their colleagues or their friends, and they keep on coming back. I have a little volume of customers. I don't like they are loyal, but they are few. But they are loyal. That's the important. That's important to me.
Yeah.
And they were helping me spread the word because I cannot market myself because I'm only one man team and I cannot handle a lot of clients. So I am not into promoting the service, but there still come a time that people will go to me just by referral of my former clients. That's pretty much how I started, I think.
Well, that's awesome, and I think that says a lot because, you know, word of mouth, you know, referral is not referral, but word of mouth marketing, whatever, I think is really the best. And you know, to have the top merchers saying, "Hey, this is my guy," like, yeah, that's amazing. So what you've been able to accomplish, and obviously your skills and you know your background in being familiar with t-shirts, I'm sure that that does help. And how smart of you to actually niche down like that. That's awesome.
Now, did you teach are you self-taught or did you take classes? How did it come to you, like, to design in general, like become a designer and illustrator and create the amazing work that you do? Did you teach yourself?
Yeah, YouTube. I only watch YouTube. You know, I graduated. I studied as nurse. I'm studying nursing, and I haven't finished my college, but I started teaching myself. Like I watch a lot of YouTube channels to use Photoshop. You know, the thing is, everything in design is can be learned. There is no the saying that says you must be born with a talent of drawing. That's not true. Everything can be learned, and everything is on YouTube. So saying that if you want to learn stuff, you need to research. You need to teach yourself. Don't make an excuse like I'm not born with a good hand on drawing. I'm not born with the artistic point of view. It's everything can be learned, and you know, uh, in my position, I am not a 100% artist when I started, and I think that gave me the leverage because art is different from design, and since I am not an artist, I can be in the point of view of the customers. Like I don't know and appreciate art, but I appreciate good design. So that helps me a lot to identify which is good and which is bad. So like I'm in the consumer side. My point of view is on the consumer side. Like I can see things literally how they communicate with me, how the design communicate with me. I'm not seeing things as an art. I'm not deep. So being deep in this industry is a bad position to be in because you will just like doing an art instead of looking for the design or the message of the t-shirt. That's it.
That's awesome. That's really good advice in general. I mean, gosh, number one, saying that, you know, you're self-taught, and that is incredible.
Yeah.
And you know, and for anybody that's out there like trying to figure this thing out, I definitely agree. And I want to say I've seen some of the videos that you've put up, and I am like, because I've been working with you know, in Illustrator, and there's some things, and I've watched like some of the stuff that you do and your tutorials, and they just are mind blowing. Like how you're able to just you know, create something, I don't know, just basically from nothing, but such a simplistic way, and those are amazing as well. So if people are looking for, to better their skills at that. You do a great job with putting those together.
Hopefully, yeah. I was just starting teaching on YouTube. As you can see, it's a little confusing as of the moment, but I'm on my way. I'm learning things on how to demonstrate informative video. So hopefully, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I think it's awesome. So, and then, so where are you located? Where do you live?
Oh, I'm from Bukawi, Bulacan. It's from the Philippines.
Okay.
And it's a province in the Philippines.
Okay, yes, because we were on a message, and so you're definitely in a different time zone. It's morning for you right now.
Yes, and it's Wednesday, like November 28th.
Yeah, so I'm glad that it wasn't 2 a.m. when you were thinking that you had to get up and join us.
No, actually, I was starting working. I'm starting my work on 6 p.m. here. So, and most of my clients are from America. So I'm like working on their time zone. So it doesn't matter. Even we start at 2 a.m.
Okay, I see. Yeah. Well, we won't make you get up at 2 a.m. I don't even know what that would be for us, but or do the work at 2 a.m. But this works well. So yeah, so now, talk a little bit about the evolution of, what happened once people started referring you, and, you have your website. How did all of that come about?
Yeah. Then, well, when the referring started, I actually met someone, like a client of mine. I don't know if I can say her name here, but her name is Brooke. Brooke, and Brooke is like a pioneer on the merch by Amazon. And most of my first round of clients when I started are POD clients. Like they have a Shopify store and they are making shirts using fulfillments. But then I met Brooke, and she told me about merch by Amazon. So I actually registered myself there, so I can see the ins and outs of the program. And then she invited me to a group. I don't know if it still exists, but it's not from Chris Green, but it's a very pioneer group of merch by Amazon. And from there, she promoted me, and like since merch by Amazon is very young on that stage, most of the people there work with me, and then we build up their portfolio, their dashboard, like from starting of 10 designs, we climbed up to 10 to 15, 20, and they grow with me. Like I started working with them, and they are now some of them I still working with them right now, but a lot has been, I don't know if they give up or they changed their business already, but yeah, we grew together, and that's pretty much like I I was called a pioneer on design on merch by Amazon. So I think that's less competition on my part, but yeah, I actually my account on Amazon, I haven't used it since then. I'm still on tier 500 right now. Uh, I let my clients do the selling.
That's good. Yeah. And so now you actually do a few other things with the merch by Amazon. I know that, Amy referenced that she had won that t-shirt design. So you are very generous. And I always, see in there, I feel a little, I never like try and like enter anything to win the designs like in the Girl Boss group that you give away, just because I felt a little weird, as I probably could, but I don't really know the rules or terms per, Amy, because I'm an admin in there. So I just haven't, because I was like, okay, well, maybe I'm like not able to at this point. So I just haven't, but I think it's awesome that you've done that. So how often have you been, giving away designs, and how exactly does that giveaway work?
Actually, I was only giving free designs on Girl Boss group. It's the only group I am giving up giving out the signs. And I don't know. I think Madam Amy is just random picking a winner, and then the winner will get a chance to ask for a custom design from me, or either they wanted it fast. I have a pre-made design, so they can just okay, Adam, send me anything. So they can choose between the two.
Yeah. Well, I think that's incredible. And, with it being, giving it to the Girl Boss group, there is definite benefits for, us in our group. We love to share the information and everything like that, but with everybody. But there's a few things that, Amy keeps for the group. And that is one of the mega bonuses that we have. So again, thanks again for being so generous on that and working with Amy to, bring that to the group, because I think that is really special. Man, I'm definitely going to have to get like a custom design bundle from you too, just because I think that, going in and just being able to see the drastic difference. Because when I'll do some designing, and like I said, I work in Illustrator, I know it's really basic. I also know that like on merch, sometimes like basic, can be good. But I think that seeing, the designs, like if I were to come up with an idea and then, share it with you, I think that I would learn a lot just from what you deliver back. And being able to try and put myself, like you said, in the shoe more of the customer and really try and get that angle, because I think that that's obviously one of the main reasons why, your designs have been so successful for a lot of people. And so not only would I be, getting designs to be able to upload, but also being able to, learn from that. And I think that'd be really, really valuable.
Yeah, I think you are correct that basic designs really sell, but I don't think for now, since Amazon has been saturated with mergers, you need higher quality designs for now. And if you were just riding the winners, like most of the mergers are riding the winners, like they are using the winning design as a reference, as an idea to and make an improved version of it. You can't sell if you're uh, made what do you call this? If your reference is better than yours, so
Right.
you should learn some basic things to pop out your design on the thumbnail view. Thumbnail view is the most important thing. Once a client click your design, they're like in a 60%, 60 to 40 rate of buying it. So you need to catch them on the thumbnail view. That's everything that matters.
Wow.
So what makes a design, in your opinion, and obviously a very valued opinion, what makes a design look good, the layout and everything? What makes it better than, say, the more basic?
It's like communication. Like when you are talking with a person that's not interested in you, the communication won't start. So it's like on design, you should be more appealing. Like you are very welcoming. Your design should be very welcoming and pleasant to the eye. Do not use fonts that are hard to read, because people will not look at it uh, the way they can look on a bolder fonts. And do not use colors that I think this is like a secret formula. The usual color on the merch by Amazon are like the RGB, red, green, and blue. And I played around the secondary colors like cyan, magenta, light blue, and oranges. Orange colors. And I think that works because when you are looking at the designs on a thumbnail view, it's like a repetitive pattern. And when something lands the eye of the consumer, like, hey, this is orange, out of the white and blue, so this is orange, they can see that out of the crowd, out of the thumbnail view. So that's like I don't think if I can call it psychological thing, but the only simple thing to say is you should capture them on the thumbnail view, and if they are interested, they will click it. The buy meter will be raising up.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I love that. There was a couple of, let's see if anybody on here. Everybody is really thankful, loving your insight. See, we got some comments on here.
I kind of think it's funny that somebody in the YouTube chat mentioned AAA.
Oh yeah.
AAA Mavs. No.
Hey, I'll take it.
Right? Oh yeah. So we were said 3C, sorry, it said hit the like button while we're waiting so that you don't forget later. We're so bad at that, saying, okay, you gotta hit the like button, you gotta subscribe. So we need to, Matt Sharon did that for us on the last show because we don't really remember to say that kind of stuff. So give us some thumbs up, guys. Give us some love. So, you know, somebody had asked, what type of, like, what artists or designers are you inspired by, Adam? Is there anybody that you like to either learn from on YouTube or you really like to follow?
Sorry, what is it again?
So do you have any designers that inspire you, or maybe specific YouTube videos that you like to watch to learn?
No, I have been watching tutorials for what I need. Like, if I need to learn how to move layers, I will be Googling how to move layers. And if I will need to learn how to clipping mask something, I will be Googling how to clipping mask. It's like how the problem came to me. I will just then search it. I don't follow courses, or like I don't advise following courses, because the course will lead you to the way the course goes. So you don't have the freedom to know. You don't have the freedom to control what you want to learn. Like, if you follow that course, but that course doesn't focus on t-shirt designing or like using layers, then you will learn information that you don't be needing. So it's like, when you need something, just Google it and don't follow a course. That's not an advice, but that's how it works for me.
Yeah. I mean, that's actually, you know, there's, when I've done anything as well, that's basically, you know, what I've looked up. And it's kind of fun because I feel like when I do that, I know that Amy's been learning a lot as well. But when I do that, it's all it is like practicing that new skill, and what you can do with your old skills. And then you just add this one little thing and you can totally transform what you're doing. So that's really exciting. That's what I loved about when I was in, you know, designing regularly. And, you know, right now, my husband and I are really focused on, like, it's, you know, Q4 over here, and we do some physical products. So our focus has really, you know, shifted just for the next basically 2 weeks or so. But it's like, I keep seeing stuff, and it just, like today, like we always we have like a cloud folder of, you know, just different like ideas that we see, whether we see a meme or whatever, some sort of design. And we have a t-shirt folder that we just stockpile them in. And so like John had just sent me like 3 different ones today. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I just want to get on and, you know, start working and designing again. So I can't wait to crack open that folder and start making shirts here in the next couple weeks.
It's very organized.
Why would it go that far? It just, you know, what happened was we would text them to each other, and because we text so much, they would just get lost. So we had to just figure out a different way to do it, or we wouldn't remember. But yeah. So let's see, what other kind of questions do we have, Amy?
Let's see. I have here in the chat. What should we focus on to get better at t-shirt design? That's from Fernando. So what should the focus be for somebody that is wanting to be a better designer?
Oh, yeah. You should obviously you should know the basics of Photoshop, and after the basics, you should have a fundamental you, uh, formula. I'm like trying to give out the formula I have been using, but I'm not on there yet. As a beginner, you should focus on the fundamentals of Photoshop, and I don't know, follow stops, learn, and just like Amanda said, like you you know something to like you wanted to create something and you have a style, a skill, and if you added just a little bit of the new learning, you can make something uh, something new of your skills. I don't know if that makes any
No,
sense.
no, it really does. It ties into your journey as well, you know, learning, researching, Googling, YouTube's, just taking all
Mhm.
the tutorials and piecing them all together and finding your unique style, which you definitely have a very unique style. Which brings me to the next thing here. Let's chat about your pre-made design website that you have that you launched just a few months ago.
Yeah. So I have been making pre-made designs and selling it on my website, and that's a subscription. The website itself is like a portfolio website, but there's a certain link that premium user access only, and that's where the pre-made designs are. It's $25 a month, and you will get to buy and access the pre-made designs there, which I am uploading 99 designs every, let's say, 4 times a week. So yeah, you will get a chance to buy those designs, and the design starts from $5.
Okay, awesome. And then so do you like you said they're pre-made designs, so do you get to like we would get to see them, so we pay the fee for the month and then you
Yeah,
go in and you get to see, and they have the price next to them and you just get to choose which ones you like to get?
yeah, yeah. You can see the preview over there and the price, and mm, you can earn points too. Like if you purchase something, you are garnering or gathering a points, and when your points came to the point that it's buyable now, you can purchase a design using the points,
Oh,
not
cool.
a payment.
Yeah, awesome.
So
Like
it's like,
loyalty reward points.
yeah, that's it, loyalty reward points.
Great. That's awesome. Very nice.
Which is what you love, loyal customers. That's a great way to keep them too. I do hear that your designs go fast. Like you load them up and the shelves are empty.
Yeah, because I think because I am uploading it on different time zones, and people now already know uh, the schedule, so they were like lining up on the website before it launches, so they are grabbing it fast.
That right there, that's a testament to your skill level and what you have to offer. It's absolutely amazing. It really is.
Thanks.
And I'm very inspired um that you taught yourself because it's almost
Yeah.
like you've been doing this your whole entire life. It is so perfect. It's amazing.
No, everything can be learned, and since doing it every day, I'm still learning right now. Learning won't stop. Learning continues, and there's no like, hey, the t-shirt the t-shirt design is from Adam, and it should sell. No, that doesn't work like that. It's a two-way collaboration of keywords, research, and design. Like if your design is good, but your keywords don't make any sense, so it won't sell. It won't sell, and Amazon is known not to sell artsy stuff. So even if I make a design that's so beautiful, so gorgeous, very detailed, it won't sell if you didn't deliver it to your audience. So yeah, I think that's a two-way collaboration.
So it goes back to the communicating through the design, but you also need to communicate with your customer through your researching with the keywords and how you optimize your listing.
Mm, yeah, but I don't. I do design research, but I don't give like keyword advice because I am not expert on that. I leave it to the experts.
I don't blame you. You just keep popping
Yeah.
out those designs. That's great.
And do you, I mean,
But-
I would think that, and I think I know the answer to this, but do you just love designing and love learning? I mean, are you really, is this your passion now?
First thing, yeah, this is my passion, but I love my clients first, and designing comes on the second because they need design. But I love working with them. I love working with my subscribers, my clients. That's the first thing that motivates me every day. Like I'm a part of their business, so I need to wake up and do the thing for them. The design part comes on the second. So it's like uh it's like a relationship with the customers is what gets me pushed up every day.
That's your motivation. I love
Yeah.
that. Wow. Well, you are obviously, you know, I can't imagine that anybody that's listening to this isn't just drooling over wanting to work with you. You know, it just sounds like regardless of, you know, where they are at or what level, you know, I just think that it would be, it's almost sounds like it'd be an honor to be able to work with you and for you to be, you know, part of the team. I mean, it's, this has been, you know, really awesome.
Wow. Wow, thank you.
I'm serious. I mean, I just, you know, you're just speaking about what you do, and you're so intuitive about the market. About, I mean, just the way that you are, you know, saying about how you go about your design, but then also, you know, where your passion is because you really want to be, you know, working with people and your clients. I think clearly it's you know, obvious why you're so successful with this right now. And I just don't see that there's going to be any slowing down for you. So I hope that you're ready,
Oh,
because
thanks.
I know there's a lot of people right now, me included, that are just, like I said, we're just really amped up to be reaching out and, you know, working with you. And so let's talk real quick, because we mentioned your website. And what is your website? How can people like go on and start finding you if they don't know yet?
Well, it's just tshirtfella.com.
Okay, perfect.
Mhm.
That's easy enough, and I love it. I think that's awesome branding in itself. Very, very.
Yeah, actually, it came from a client. Like, hey, Adam, you're my t-shirt fella. And I just like, hey, I like that name. So I've used it.
It's perfect. It's awesome. Um, let's see if we have any other questions on here. We are going to announce the winner of this week's contest, and spoiler, it's a girl. So if any boys are sitting there holding out, I'm sorry, it is a girl's name. But let's see if we have any questions before that. Okay, so how about this? How about were there any like major challenges that you had to overcome during this process, or, you know, learning to work with people or setting up your business? What were some major challenges you had to work through?
Major challenge is copyright. You know, you can just throw stuffs on the design. Even on keywords part, you can just throw words on the keywords. That's the continuous challenge, and you should be aware of what's changing every day on the market. And like, if even a simple vector, like I use some simple skull, uh, that can be a copyright infringement. So that's the main challenge. You should just don't do it. Um, like you want to make a design, you should also consider the consequences of using something and applying something. Yeah, it will make your design beautiful, but will it uh, will it be a problem for the copyright or stuff like that? So yeah, I guess that's everyone's problem right now.
Yeah, that definitely is for sure, and it's something that everybody needs to be aware of. And yeah, you especially as well. And I'm sure having people come and ask you for things. I mean, has there been any time where you were like, wait, I can't do that because you're more in tune with with some of the copyright things?
Yeah, I'm like how do you say it? Yeah, I am telling the customers that this might be a copyright problem. So if they still insist, hey, I didn't do it, but
Right.
you pushed me to. But still, I'm warning the customers if they are into something dangerous.
Well, that's great for you that you are doing it, but I mean, I definitely think and that the responsibility of that is definitely on the person requesting the design for sure. So I think that's great that you have such a broad view or knowledge of the market and copyright and everything like that. But it's awesome that you bring that up to them. But I think that would for sure be their responsibility. So hopefully people are taking that seriously on their part.
Yes. Sorry for the. Actually, I already uh, learned this stuff by mistakes. So there are clients like I have worked with clients before that we have got a problem with the copyright and uh, illegal vectors, and and I learned. I just learned from that lesson. And sorry for those clients that uh, I'm not yet experienced back then,
Yeah.
but the mistakes helps us both to learn new stuff. So I think here I am again, and here I am where I know the basic uh, illegal designs to use. I call it illegal, and now the good side is I am like helping more people with that experience that I made. So mistakes happen, but we should be thankful for what we learned from that mistake.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure that you've learned, a lot just doing it regularly. So, do you find that the majority of your designs are for Amazon merch, or do you have a good amount of people that are, working other, platforms as well?
It's like 80% from merch by Amazon and just the rest for other POD. Because I think merch by Amazon is the only uh, fulfillment that needs a lot of designs. Because on POD, I think they are marketing each design with ads, so they won't be needing a lot.
Sure.
Or unless they are spending a lot on ads.
Right. Right. No, that totally. Yeah. So, and somebody had just asked, how many designs do you create each day to keep up with the demand? Because obviously you have your, clients, your custom clients, and then you have, you're producing, you said 99 designs 4 times a week.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, so how many designs a day do you do? Because you obviously have, then you have your regular custom clients as well, or how many can you like knock out in a day?
I have a record breaking that I made like uh 180 designs. Yeah, it was uh 2017, I think. And it's
When you were, so
Q4.
it was when you were younger, you had more stamina left.
Yeah, and then, like now I have 2 kids already that the time is shortened.
Yeah. Well, and you had before, so you had kids. How old are your kids?
They are 4 years old and 1 year old.
Oh,
Hi Trello, hi Tree.
aw. Well, Well, that is awesome. And yeah, so having little kids too, so you are very, very busy. So you're not doing 180 designs anymore a day.
For now, yeah, because my clients now has been like patient before my clients are not that patient, so I need to pump up everything. But I think since I know them now, like we are friends or we have already a long time working together. We are friends now, so I can just say, hey, madam, I cannot do this today. Can I just send it tomorrow? So it's like more relaxed.
Well, if they ever have a problem with it, just send them a picture of your kids and be like, I have to spend time with my kids. They're not going to be able to say anything after that, I'm sure.
I will be sure to use that soon.
That's a good one. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's see. We had a couple of other questions on here. Do you see any, Amy?
I am the worst at keeping up with this chat. Like, I apologize, y'all.
Like we need one that has a voice one where people can just like ping in and kind of like yell at us like, hey, ask this one. Okay, so I don't really think that I see.
Oh, I did see somebody had asked a little bit earlier. Adam, do you prefer Illustrator or Photoshop? What do you use the most?
I use both, but Photoshop is the best for pretty much everything. Like I'm only using Illustrator for vectors for images, but Photoshop you can use it for everything. And like for general use, like you wanted to edit your profile picture on Facebook, and you can use some Photoshop. So very much learn it more than Illustrator.
That's not the answer I wanted to hear.
That's the answer I wanted to hear. So.
That's the answer that Aaron Sharon wanted to hear too. We are like total opposites when it comes to these programs, and I am heavy on Illustrator. But you know what? It totally makes sense though, as to why, like when I talk about my designs or how I design, I just consider myself, like I say, a hacker, because you know I will use vectors, and it does. You know, it's pretty cool what I can come up with by mix matching and doing all that, and even editing some vectors so that, because you know how some vectors don't necessarily look like they go together, and I can like edit them to make them look like they mesh together. But now it sounds like I need to start YouTubing some Photoshop stuff.
Yeah, to change your profile picture.
You know what I use? So I use Photoshop for distressing, and that is pretty much it. Last year, and I wouldn't be able to do it right now. I'd literally have to go in and watch another tutorial because I'd be so out of practice. But last year, I used some of the what are they called? Not permissions. What are they called when you like do something to a design, but it like totally alters it in a different way, and it's not brushes. Gosh, what's it called? It's gonna drive me crazy. Like if you want to give it an effect or something, they had ones for like glitter. They had ones that like had X's for like cross, kind of looking like cross stitch.
Overlay.
No, somebody help me out with that. It's not a permission.
Actions?
Yes, that. It's an action. Yeah, so there was some actions that I think I had, because I think I had purchased a bundle, and I didn't know any. I bought the bundle, and I was just buying it for some of the fonts, and they had all these Photoshop things, and I was like, I don't even know what this is. And so like, I mean, it gave me an action or something, and some brushes, and I'm like, I didn't know how to use them. So you said I just Googled it and found some YouTube, and I was able to use them. So yeah, those were pretty cool, because I could just alter, you know, some of the designs that I had and made them, you know, look totally different. But oh man, now I need to get back into Photoshop, Adam. Jeez. At least there's YouTube for that.
True.
So okay, So, all right. Well, real quick, I think it is about time for us to announce the winner. And again, so whoever wins, they could get a custom design, or they can choose from what you have to offer already. Is that how it works?
Yeah, they can ask for a custom design or for whatever idea they have, or for the busy ones that wanted to have a design right away. I have a pre-made design that I can. I'm actually picking it randomly, the design that they want.
Okay, cool. Okay, great. And so the winner, and I'm so glad that I can actually say this name. It's not a tricky name. Congratulations to Tonya Jackson. Yay! So I'm sure that Amy Herberger will go ahead and tag you and announce it, so you'll know how to get in touch with her and Adam and be able to get your design. So, and then you'll be able to wear it around proudly like Amy is right now.
Oh, I love my shirt. I love it.
So cool.
And I won it before I was an admin, so there was just to clarify.
I got that. Like I said, I just see like all the contests, and I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't.
We're probably blacklisted anyway now.
Totally blacklisted. I'll just have to work fine. I'll just have to be one of his regular loyal clients then. I could definitely use some help in that design area. Level it up a little bit. All right, guys. Well, does anybody else have any questions?
There are actually a couple of people that are curious. What other hobbies do you have aside from designing?
I play I play computer games and a little bit of basketball. That's for the workout part, and games is for staying with the kids.
Nice. That's awesome.
Let's see, what else? What else? We got that one. Okay, so somebody had asked how many designers you have working with you, and just to clarify, you don't. You said you're a one-man team. You pretty much you're doing everything, right?
Yeah, I have my cousin Jessa with me to help me on customer support side because she's better. She can speak better English than me, and I have my wife with me to help me with the financial stuff like PayPal thing because I'm allergic on that thing. So I just focus on design. I have friends, like three of them, like whenever I need something done and I'm not around on my office, I can ask them to like do something for me. So when I get back home and work again, and it's partly done, and I will just do I will just do my part. It's not like I'm not trusting, but I love doing it myself. I love my clients to have a first-hand uh, collaboration with me. So I will get all the blame.
And that's how we learn, right?
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
Now, are you going to have more of those videos that you've been sharing on Instagram and your Facebook page and YouTube? You said you're on YouTube now too?
Not yet on YouTube, but yeah, I will definitely looking forward to add more videos. But because I have been receiving like positive requests, so I will try to make it more informative, and maybe I will try to add a voice instead of just typing instructions over the the video.
They're fun to watch. I don't know, it's like intoxicating. You're just like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. And it all comes together in like this speed way. It's really cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, I love it. And so now that I know, like that's what I'll just have to continue to pay attention to so I can get better at Photoshop. Because I think there was one that I was looking at, and then maybe that's why, because I think I had hopped on and I was just watching like how it was going. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can't even understand how like the process or the steps But the reason why I wasn't able to do that is because you're working in Photoshop, and that's just yeah, that's not the forte. But you know, we all have stuff that we need to work on. So without that, it wouldn't be any fun.
I don't want it to be like a Photoshop tutorial. I want it to be a how to design tutorial. So you can use every software you wanted, but the formula and the basics should be there on how to make a design. So that's pretty much general.
Now I have a question for you. Do you know ahead of time what you're going to create, or are you going at it as you get in there? Like you have the idea, well, I'm going to do something like fireman. Okay. And do you already know in your head what it's going to look like, or do you just put it together as you get in there?
Yeah, you should. I don't work on design if I don't know the blueprint of it, because you will get lost in the middle of designing. And when you're lost, you can't decide whether to stop or to add more. So you should start your software when you know what your design will look like already. Never ever do a design like, hey, I will just open my Photoshop and do stuff like this, and who knows, I will just go with the flow. No, there's no flow. You will just get lost, and you don't have a focus. And like, that's art. That's making an art. That's making an expression rather than making a design to solve a problem.
That is killer advice, and something that like I love the way you know, I know that you had mentioned that you know, I think did you say it was your sister or your cousin was better at English, but your communication and what you're talking about right now is really, really good. So no, I appreciate these are I
was like, I want to say a lot of things, but my English is is limited.
Well, you're communicating very well, and I feel like this is you've been able to communicate something that is really, you know, complex, but in a good, simple way, to where, you know, I do feel like, I mean, you are a professional designer. You know, I know that you're early and you're learning and whatever, but you're a professional designer, and so to be able to communicate that to us and give, you know, the tips on what we should be doing. You know, I know for myself that there's been plenty of times where I've just opened it up and, you know, just kind of seen what I was going to, you know, put on there. And, you know, sometimes that can, you know, potentially work. But I think you're exactly right. If you're going to be in this space creating t-shirts and for, you know, a specific customer, it's not something that's coming from inside of you. You have to use them as a reference point. And keep that in mind. So yeah, that's awesome.
I find it more tiring when you do the random stuff on the software. It's more tiring because your brain continuously working on what's next, rather than just grab a cup of coffee and think what's the next plan I will do with this design. And you're resting at the same time thinking and planning your next step. So every move you will make for that day, for that design, is already programmed, and you already know it. And you guys are helping me a lot to this interview. That's why maybe I am communicating well, because the help of you too. Thank you.
Well, that's a very nice compliment. But thank you. But you're doing awesome. And definitely stuff that I'm gonna, you know, take with me, and like now it's making me even more anxious to get back to, you know, creating some designs.
I agree. I'm very inspired right now.
But so all right, I think that's just about. And when you do designs, is it mostly for shirts? Have you had requests to where you're doing designs for pop sockets?
No, I focus on shirts only. I don't know the pop socket field yet. I can make a design, but I don't know that it will work, because I don't know the records yet.
Yeah,
so he's the t-shirt fella.
Right, exactly. I know. We do know that in the future that merch does plan to expand to other things, but I think that t-shirts would always be the main thing anyways. So, you know, planting your flag, you know, and really being, again, you know, the designer for the top people in merch. I mean, I don't know if you are you looking for you know, more custom clients as well? I mean, are you open for that?
You mean different materials rather than shirts?
For clients, are you open to being able to have people request custom designs from you, like new people, new clients?
Yeah, I can still accommodate clients, but yeah, I think yes.
Cool. Awesome. Well, we'll see if we're able to load you up on here. I don't know. My husband just said something about we're really not, but I'm not really sure what he means about that.
A couple of people in the chat are really curious if you start with paper and pencil first.
No, that's a killer. That will kill your time. That will eat up more time. And another thing is, I found out that when you plan a design on paper, 100% it won't look like the same on the Photoshop because there's the limitation to it. So like I stopped using it. Sometimes for illustration, sometimes I'm using paper, but very rarely. So I will not suggest it on paper because rather than uh, brainstorming uh, a plan for the design, it's better than drawing it on a paper. I think the idea on your brain is more important than something you can create because not everyone can draw like. So I cannot suggest drawing, but everyone can think of a plan on the design. So it's more based, it's more suitable for everyone.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be shifting my focus more into learning design instead of just like art, because that's where my focus has been lately.
Yeah.
And I'm really inspired today that after talking with you,
thanks.
that design.
It's a different world. Art is an expression that only you or the viewer can interpret, but a design is trying to solve a problem like using the parking lot, no parking sign. That's a design. You don't have to put flowers on it to beautify it because it's just saying the message that you can park here with that simple crossed out P. So that's how design works. It's telling you something rather than an art. If you look at it, that's an expression, emotion of the artist. So that's pretty much, if you separate that two, you can create designs, not an art.
Yeah. Now until when you were talking about that earlier, you know, I was listening and trying to like process and like completely understand you know, what you meant by, you know, the art versus the design. And I was getting it a little bit, but now that you just use that example with the parking sign and everything, like it's crystal clear. Like it totally makes sense. And that's going to be something that I'm going to be able to apply immediately because I'm sure coming from like, I do like to be artsy sometimes with things. And so no doubt I probably get something out there and then I would like, you know, tweak it for it to be whatever when, you know, then you see a shirt that I'm creating and it's relatively simple, but it's direct and it communicates exactly what it's supposed to communicate. And then that one sells. So you just clarified for me, like I'd be like, okay, well, simple sells. Well, that's great. And we've said that. And a lot of people will say that. But now what you, and of course there's more complex designs that can take a lot longer, but the visual of it, and like you said, it doesn't have to be simple as meaning simple design necessarily, but it's more simple as indirect and clear communication. And that's been a real highlight. Probably the glitter bomb that I think we should just end on right there, because that was awesome. I mean, that was really good.
I think if you beautify your design, your art, if you make it more complex, you will get you will get your audience. You will get a graphic designer audience rather than the customers that are literal customers. Because if you make something very, very beautiful, only the graphic designers will like that, rather than make something simple that the consumer would like. So you should think. I think you should focus on the consumers rather than getting a fans of graphic designers, because they will just like you or follow you for inspiration, and you are sending the wrong message to your target. So your target is your customers that will buy the shirts. So should make it simple. You are talking to them. They don't know thing about art. They just know they are wine mom, an alcohol, a beer dad, like that. They just know that. They don't know the effects you use. They don't know the style you use. They don't care about that. They just care about the message they want. So I think that's the
So
difference.
consumer first.
Yeah, you should make boring designs first.
Well, also, I mean, like you were saying, you know, you mentioned like wine mom or beer dad or something like that. And, you know, people are really wanting to wear something that's an expression of themselves. So, like you're saying, if they're not a graphic designer or whatever, like, no, they're really just looking for a design that is reflection of what they want to communicate of themselves. And gosh, that's dead on. So
That's a majority. Like maybe there will be a graphic wine mom that knows graphic design and appreciate art, maybe, but most probably a lot would be a simple mom that just wanted a wine shirt. So you are like targeting a larger probability with simple designs. But art comes only to beautify the design. Simple art. Add a little art, not too much,
sure.
and not too less. So you should add the art in in the middle. So just for the purpose of getting the attention on the thumbnail view, you are adding an art for your design to look like online on the store, but keep the message that common people that will be easily relate, like they can relate easily.
Yeah.
So not too much, not too less.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I liked your you know, your comment about like the different color schemes and things like that, just to like make it stand out. I think that was a really good solid tip as well, because I know personally there's definitely the go-to, you know, type look or you know, colors that I tend to go to. So I think changing it up would be is a great suggestion to kind of stand out from the crowd. And then we do have, I think we'll wrap it up with one more question actually. I believe this person said that they are one of your customers already, and they had mentioned, they don't have their name on here. It's just 3C on the road. Said, when your customer wants a custom design from you, how is the best way to convey what they are wanting the design to look like? For an example, like how do we, you know, we want a custom design. What's the best way for us to try and tell you what we're looking for?
Sending a reference. If you can find something on the internet that I want it to look like this, that's
Okay.
the best way to state your description.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Cool.
I literally told him, "Can you make me an alien in a spaceship playing a video game?" That's all. He's like, "Sure."
And let's see it again, Amy. You'll have to talk to your big on the screen. Make sure to make.
And I loved it.
Wow.
And that's literally what I told him. So I'm sure people could learn.
I love or he or she trusts me rather than I don't I mean it's okay to explain your design specifically, but I'd rather work with someone that doesn't know about the design and just, hey Adam, make something for me, because that's giving me a creative license, applying what I have learned on my experience, rather than a customer that will dictate everything. That's it's like I'm serving him, not his customers, right? I'm satisfying his satisfaction rather than the customers who will typically buy the design. So I'm more I wanted more customers like that, like make me an alien design playing a video game.
So that was good, Amy. That's what he's looking for. Awesome. Well, all right, guys. I think that is a wrap. Thank you so much for coming on with us. This was this is the first time, like I said, I mean, I've seen you know, the website and I've seen your links around, but the first time that we actually got to chat, and it was awesome. I loved every bit of this conversation. Like I said, and you're really pushing me to want to jump back and start whipping up some designs here.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's really an honor to talk to you and
yeah,
and learn from you, because we do, you know, with the content that you do share, we are learning. And I'm really grateful for you. You're very humble, and I wish you all the success with Tshirtfella and everything.
Messaging you. I need some custom designs. I'm really excited to get some stuff and see what you whip up. So I will be messaging you, and I look forward to working with you. And again, thanks to everybody else that's on here. I'll get a little better at. We got more thumbs up. Let's see if we can get some more thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. We pop on here pretty much every Tuesday at 9:15 p.m. Eastern. So go ahead and get on there, subscribe so you're notified, and we will plan to see everybody here, I think, next week.
Sounds good. Thank you guys for joining us again, and thank you, Adam.
Yes, thank you so much. All right.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. You have a great night. Thank you so much.